Hi, and welcome to the Mothership on Network She. My name is Michelle Smith from Angelic Healing. I specialize in turning negative thought patterns into positive behaviors by teaching you how to think and heal yourself happy. And today we've got the lovely Gaz. Hi, Gaz, how are you?
Hey, Michelle, so lovely to be here with you. You bring in that energy, calm energy around me, which is nice from my chaotic start to the day.
Well, you can just relax and enjoy the journey now. It's your time to shine, and I'm really excited to hear all about you and your business because there's always so much going on, as you say, in your hectic lifestyle. So, Ghazala, would you like to introduce yourself and let everybody know what makes you happy?
Well, thank you first of all for having me. And yes, Ghazala Jabeen, as most people know me. I don't answer to Gaza, but I'll accept Gaz. So I'm the founder of two businesses. One is Bollywood Burnout, award-winning business, and the main one my focus is with is Number One Marketing Machine. So I live in a beautiful coastline of North Wales. I'm a mum of three and all grown, thankfully, now moving on to their own ways. But what makes me happy is my two cats every day, they just put a smile on my face because I got to feed them. To know that I've got a roof over my head, three beautiful children, a lot of love from my friends, and in a place where it's just every day makes me feel good. When I see the coastline on the front of my house, I see the valleys at the back of my house, and I feel blessed that I'm in a good space. So that makes me happy. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. I'm not really surprised. That sounds amazing. How fantastic to have both aspects from the front and the back, the choice of
Yeah.
mountains and the coastline. Superb. Excellent. Well, do you want to give us a little bit of background, Ghazala? I'm
Sure.
dying to hear all about you. Go for it.
Yeah, well, Michelle, I originally come from Pakistan. I was born there. I came to the UK at a young age of 6.5, and I didn't speak a word of English. My storyline really has been, if you like, the people that have been captured with my story is from suppression to expression. Coming from a society where Asian women were restricted for what we could say, do, or whatever, and you're not heard, and you're told what to do. And at a very young age, I realized I had a lot to say and I had a lot to do. and I,
Great.
yeah, and I just kept finding my little powers of voice out there, and having had that suppression from society and the culture and the family, and especially my brothers, making me feel like you're not allowed to do this, you're not allowed to do that, and you're going to get to Pakistan, be married to some elephant driver, and going to live there. So why do you need to study? and and I was like, no, that's not what I want to do. I want to do a lot more. But my biggest thing, really, Michelle, in my journey has been the fight for education. We talk about learning and growing, but I'm a bit like somebody said, and they compared it. They said you're a bit like big sister of Malala. Now, for her education, she got shot. For my education to fight, I got punched in the face and nearly had a cracked jawline by my brother because I was wanting to study further, and my brother didn't think that was such a good idea. And so I have fought for my education to learn, to grow. But my dad is a teacher, he was a teacher, and we had all that teaching, and I wanted to, but it was a girl thing. The girls had to be told what to do. So that's been my story, from not even opening the front door in case there was a man and I'm a girl and I'm going to be protected. And I've never done the hijab thing ever. And I certainly wasn't going to do that. But to come from a society from that type of suppression to getting to my journey that has been fighting for education, to be the little voice. And my first time I realized I had a voice was secondary school, when they said, oh, all the Asian girls need to wear their Asian traditional outfit. And my dad said, you're going to be happy that your headmistress at the school, they've agreed with it, and the deputy head, that you can wear the Asian outfits. I said, you don't think, Dad, I'm going to wear that, do you? Because I'm not. And of course, that was the first friction of argument in the home. And I said, Dad, and long story short, I said, Dad, I don't need an outfit to be the good girl. The good girl's in my heart. I
Oh,
don't need the outfit, Dad. And I said, and if you really want to know why, I want you to check out yourself for the girls that are wearing all the head covered stuff. They go through the front gates looking all innocent. You check out at 10:30 at the back gates and see where they go, and then you realize they don't actually need an outfit. So that was when my storyline came, and of course we're going to go through it. But to be now a speaker around the world on global stages, that's taken quite some journey, Michelle.
Wow, fantastic. Well done, you. It's that inner voice fighting to come out that's driven you. And thankfully it did, you know.
Yeah.
And as you say, to be talking globally, tell us a little bit more about that. I'm interested in that.
Yeah, and of course, as I sort of developed this whole sense of, I actually made this happen, that in a secondary school, and the first girl ever as a Muslim girl to break barriers there with it, and everything, and I kind of, I don't mean got my own way, but I made a very valid point, that they didn't enforce that, so that was good. Then I went into work world, and then I continued my study while I was working as well, did my diploma in business studies, and continued. And then it was that the whole thing of the world of work, like, and here's the interesting thing. My family kept saying, you don't need to work, we provide for our women, you don't need to work. And I'm like, yeah, but I want to. What good is me studying if I'm not going to go to work? And so I took on, I was in a hairdressing school. I wrote a blog about the first time I was told to do direct selling, and it was like, oh my God. So that was quite funny about the way that happened. But then I realized I cracked it. And then I realized I did this other thing. And before I know it, Michelle, little stepping stones in the work of, the world of work were like, I'm actually getting the job done really well. But to be honest, it was just because my little heart was like, want to do a good job. And I did it, and I was asking and learning, and a sponge for information. And then, of course, as time's gone on, people have realized the success I created, and then to running international teams and coaching people worldwide. The time when I realized that even though I've spoken online and offline on global stages as a speaker of the story of how I created this success with building teams and coaching and supporting, this one time I saw that my little face picture photograph was appeared on what they call the Hall of Fame. 2018 for Business Congress, Direct Sales Congress, and Network Marketing Industry. And I thought somebody's taken the P out of this, because I thought somebody's photoshopped my face next to Eric Worre, Anthony Robbins, Les Brown, Bob Proctor. And I'm like, this is nice, but okay, who's taking the P? Anyway, the next thing is I realized nobody was. That was legitimately my face in that Hall of Fame, that I earned the position within it, and that I had an email that confirmed that. And I was like, oh my God. And when I realized the criteria that it was meeting, what do we do, how current we are, what have we done for giving back, what success have we created, and to create a global huge success, to be featured amongst legendary superstar people of our industry, what? And that was when I was asked to be as a speaker, as an international female speaker, and I was awarded as an ambassador for the industry. Yeah.
Fantastic. I feel I need to give you a round of applause for that. That's so inspirational. And some of the names that you mentioned there, great fans of up there. Amazing. Well done. Fantastic. And that's really come from being true to yourself from
Exactly.
the early days, being your true, authentic self. And did that really kind of drive you then to want to help other people to do the same?
Totally. And I think what's happened is, when you go through a journey, when you're trying to fight for your own little self to be heard, and you want to be recognized, to say, what I am doing is doing good. And like coming from childhood, they always say there's a lot of childhood stuff that sort of festers and then it comes out. And it's like, and I used to want my dad to say, good girl, you're a good girl, and that kind of thing. And you're like, what do you think, Dad? Have I done good? And my dad used to call me his VIP. And I said, but I should be, Dad. I'm your daughter, so I'm a very important person in your life. He said, no, 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 no. I mean, like, you're my very impressive Pakistani. That's what it was, right? So because of that, and because of fighting for it, and because of being a good student of learning, and taking the wisdom from it, when you kind of feel like you've arrived at a certain point, that you've done the journey, you've helped a lot of others, I think then a transition happens, and a major transition happened also through a tragedy in my life that made that flip of that change of a mindset. And I know that you know a little bit about me having lost Martin, my husband of 25 years. And when you have something that everything in your life, and you've had somebody who's been your cheerleader, Martin was also my very biggest cheerleader, mentor, my support. And he used to say, if I could put Gaz on the biggest pedestal, shine the biggest spotlight, and say, that's my Gaz making a difference, that's how he was cheerleading me. And that was the encouragement of who is around you that helps you on the journey.
Yeah.
When I lost Martin, it was no longer about Gaz anymore. It was not about me. It was like, what have I learned? What have I grown with? Where am I now? And that inner speaking voice transitioned to, what can I do now for others? And that was 6 years ago when that change, that shift happened, that it became, now I need to serve. And it was not so much about Gaz anymore. Gaz has come through the minefield. Now I need to help others to get across as well.
Wow, that's amazing. Thank you for sharing that with us. Really appreciate that. But it really does help to shine a light to appreciate your journey and how far you've come. Yeah. And as you said, that shift in the mindset, sometimes it does take a huge shift in what's going on around you to put that forward in front of you for you to be able to see where your path is, doesn't it? Yeah, amazing, incredible. So let's talk about what you do now, because that's led us beautifully into today. So
yeah, so I think for me, I had to realize what have I been learning, what have I been doing, what's been good, and what can I do now to make a difference. So after I had written my book, the book writing after losing Martin was really a closure in a way to move forward, and then it was a reflection. So I took a year, what was supposed to have been my gap year, ended up my study year, because I then had to look at all the years coming together. Where am I moving forward now? That was the next path. And then I realized that business is what I've loved. Growth and education, teaching and everything has been a big part of me. And if I've been coaching, training, and that's what I need to do. So bringing experience, education, I decided to create my business in a different setup, which was before Ghazala, Jabeen, the marketing machine. But then when I've got to number 1111, I thought, you know what, it's now time for number one marketing machine. And 30 years of that experience, from that very baby stage of 18, learning to sell and to do business, and to do business, you know, I realized that I've been a franchisor, I've been a franchisee, I've been a manufacturer, I've been a conventional business owner, I've held my own business premises. So I have a lot of business experience and created a lot of success. So I captured all that. And number one marketing machine then was about getting it branded, set up, and ready to create that platform to teach, to help, to support, to coach, and do that. And the one thing I realize is that the world is moving too fast, and I can't just do the basic. What can I be that's different? Because I've always said to people, be the first, be unique, and be the best. And I had to put those factors into it. And I was like, right, okay. So what I'm bringing 30 years into is in so many different areas, from suppression to expression, but I'm also bringing the business growth of, how did I take company from 9 million to 23 million? How did I take the Bollywood world from 3 friends of how I lost the weight from 18, size 18, big mama Gaz to a size 8? How did I take the 3 friends to 30,000 strong audience? How did I take that little one-to-one team talk and created thousands of peoples with the team and the groups that we did? How did I create a business revenue of $250,000 a month delivered business around the world? And then I realized that there's a lot that I know what we did. So I wanted to capture that. And that's when I went into being very current, which was in the digital world. I realized that I needed to capture that and really be able to. Everybody kept saying they need a piece of gas. It was like a tonic. Like I said, I am the GNT, gas tonic. and then people like, it's like I've often referred to them like a genie in the bottle. I said, forget that. You know, Ghazala, Jabeen, it's the Jabini in the bottle. I just pour me out, click the button, pour me out, and I'm there. So it was really that. And then in this year, through COVID, my head's been like back into study mode, and I've got everything that I've now put together of my work as #1 marketing machine, Jabeen in the bottle, digital products of my courses are now coming into it. And my first one, officially, I finished the work last week, and this week we're rolling out the course. So that's my journey now, is to serve and to be able to help people.
Wow, and what a journey, and how many strings to the bow. I'm almost dizzy.
I was too.
It has been an incredible year, hasn't it?
Yeah,
You know, in a way, it has come as a bit of a gift of time as well to be able to prepare. I've done a similar thing with my business. But so how does that feel? Because
oh,
listening to you talk about it, you're very proud, obviously. You love what you do, and you do it for all the right reasons, and you've got so much to share. I don't know about it, I don't know about pouring you out. It's pouring out of you as you're talking about it. How does it feel? How do you feel?
do you know what it is, Michelle? I think that one of the things that I've embraced is that when we're together, all of us, we bring our strengths together, and it's been able to bounce off each other. I mean, as you and I are part of a group, of a network group, it's looking at each other and how do we champion each other together and bring that out there, because everybody's got different things, and people might say, there's a coach there, there's a guru there, and there's this marketing person here, there's a branding person over there, there's a salesperson there. What does it make you feel, and how do you stand different? The one thing important about anything is the most unique thing of our offering, no matter how many in the same industry, is we are unique as individuals. The delivery of who we are as people, that makes me feel that what I'm delivering, I've been the soldier at frontline firing squad at me, right? Because I've brought people through it, and I feel anything I teach, I've been there, done it. And I go through that experience. And there's a great sense of achievement, but there's been tears with it, because when I'm 2 o'clock working my little head off to get all this work done on deadlines, people don't see the hard work part, the tears bit, the emotion bit. And they see that when we put this happy, jolly face on, you're like, if only you knew when I was ripping my hair out, and I feel like I had to dye my hair because I've gone grey in the process. But it's a real sense of a lot that's come together. But the bit that made me really feel thankful was that, oh my God, there's a lot I've covered over the years, and this is now made me feel proud that I can deliver this to help others.
Yeah, proud indeed. It comes across, absolutely.
Yeah.
So at the beginning of the year, did you have a plan to get to where you are now, or has this brought it earlier for you? Has it kind of catapulted you?
You know what it is? Because last year I went to study to think, how far behind am I after having a personal tragedy and been out of the scene, and it was a lot of catch-up time with it. I was overwhelmed, if I'm honest with you. I was overwhelmed, thinking, oh my God, everybody's way ahead. How am I going to catch up? Because just stepping back, they say one step back to two forward, but I felt like I was two back and one forward was hard work. And it did scare me a bit, like, how will I speed up with this? But my nickname is Speedy Ghazala, but I really had to put my trainers on and get speeding on with it. And this year, though, in a way, it helped me because it shut the world at a standstill. I think that hamster in a cage going crazy, it kind of like, well, the hamster cage broke, and people couldn't go round and round. And I felt like that. I was like, thank God, in a way, that I feel like I can breathe. Everybody's on a standstill now. I can catch up.
Yeah.
It kind of helped me to catch up, and that's when this year, being locked indoors, allowed me to lock myself into my work and not be too distracted, apart from my hourly walk a day we had that we could do, and I was counting my steps. And I was due surgery, actually, and I couldn't get the surgery done because of COVID, and I had to do on medical grounds to keep my circulation going in my leg, and that's why I was doing the walks as well. But I really had the year be on my side to help me to what I needed to do, and it helped me catch up to be in a world today of artificial intelligence, digital marketing, and to create from scratch with support and training to build my site, build a course, content create, graphic design, all the work that I've never done, Michelle, never done any of that, and to find my skill sets through this learning and creating and manufacturing and now presenting. that made me good. And one of the things I did on that was that I realized people financially, if they're going to buy my course, everybody's been financially hurting in what they invest in. And I took that into account and I thought, let's wean myself into this. And I created a mini digital course, which was helping people to present powerfully, and it was brought down on a price so that people can afford a piece of the gas and see my work, and hopefully they can then go on to my other stuff that I do as we move on.
Perfect. It's like a stepping stone for people
Yeah,
as well. Yeah.
yeah, and
Oh,
for me.
fabulous. Wow. So it's been quite a year. So it's really important to go revisit that point of how am I going to catch up when you're looking at other people. It can make you feel a little bit anxious and overwhelmed to compare yourself to others, whereas actually we're all individuals and we're at our own pace, unique to ourselves, our own offering. So not to compare ourselves to everybody else. But the COVID has kind of given you that time to come within and reflect and just focus on yourself to get what you want achieved, done. Yeah,
I
brilliant.
think it's been good, in some
Got
ways.
a vision of you on this hamster wheel you talk about at 2 o'clock in the morning, whizzing around.
Well,
Speedy gas.
Speedy Gas, I know, literally Speedy Gas the hamster.
And I bet it involved quite a bit of gin as well.
Well, I wish it had done, because if I had the gin, it'd have been not enough. But I have had the odd glass of wine just to like relax my stress down.
But it's important, those walks will help with that as well. You know, you say you did that because medically you were advised to keep your circulation going, but actually connecting, being outside with nature, especially where you live,
Oh
what
yeah.
you've got access to, keeps you in the right mindset, fresh to go back to.
Do you know, that was one of the nicest things, if I can say, Michelle, of the year that helped me on a well-being point of view, because when I could just walk and there was a sense of calm, quiet world, standstill, and I could just see the flowers, the bees, the birds, the butterflies. It just really brought my attention to a space of like, you know what? I've been so busy on that hamster cage, I forgot to see this other nice part of it. And because I live in a nice part of the world, it was just, oh my God, an appreciation of the beauty around us. And that was a sense of well-being along the journey that helped me, to be honest. Yeah.
Being present, yeah, absolutely. And that's almost like I'd like to call that a bit of a microwave holiday.
Yeah.
Because it's the same benefit of taking a break, but in a small amount of time you get the benefit as if it was longer. Absolutely. Being present, it goes a long way, doesn't it?
Yeah. And when you've done your little videos as well, and you've shared things, they resonated with me because I was in that journey of well-being and the calmness, because I needed that for my own health. Because when in all this chaos and tragedy, when you end up in A&E and your son says, Mom, I've not got over Dad and I'm not ready to be an orphan, so you better be healthy, and you've just been admitted in an A&E, and then suddenly you're like, hang on, they're doing brain scans and you've got a scary concern and you're not sure if you're going to be okay. That sends you so many things, Michelle, that thoughts that you think. And that's one of the reasons why I thought, okay, I've done the book, which is a little legacy left and a tribute to Martin. Kids were dead proud of Mum taking that book #1, did a great tribute for Dad and the work of Pancreatic Cancer UK. But then when I became ill, it was like I needed to capture the world of Gaz in my work, so that if anything happens, at least a piece of the Gaz somebody's always got. And that was a personal thing of a movement that I needed to, while I was still compass mentis with it, okay and fine, and do it.
Absolutely. Oh, fantastic. Well, hopefully your health is on the way.
Keeping our fingers crossed on that one, and I am on regular checkups and everything. So yeah.
Well, you look the picture of health, if I might say. You have a beautiful energy, and you're talking about what you've been doing and what you've achieved. Is there another book in there?
Yes, there is. Actually, I'm actually that first one was one, right? But there is 5. But the first one was the sadness. The next one is the madness. So the madness is going to be an amazing book, and it's because people are giving me so many titles to my profile, and either I'm the Bollywood queen or the diamond queen or the marketing machine or whatever it is, all these titles, and there's so many. So my book is called the girl with more titles than tights. And the reason I called it tights is not stockings, because otherwise I think it's 50 Shades of Gaz. So I didn't want to get the wrong end of the stick for them. You know what I mean? So that is in there. But that book is all in production, and it's going to be incorporating learning, inspiration, words of wisdom. All the people that have given me the titles are going to be featured within it, and that is in process as we speak as well. So we're going to
I
go from
thought
sadness
so.
to madness. So watch that one.
Yeah, I could feel there was another book there, definitely. You've got so much to share. Yeah.
Oh, I got to do it before my marbles are gone.
Don't be throwing that out there, you know. Energy goes where
No,
attention
that's right. True.
goes.
No, I'm in good shape.
Tell me about Bollywood. Are you still doing some
Yes,
of that?
what it is, right? Bollywood doesn't seem to leave me. Anytime and everywhere I go, everybody's like, "Well, you are the Bollywood queen. Come on, Ghazala, Jabeen, let's do something." So I get called out now. But what I am doing is that people are saying, "Why don't you just capture everything you've done and all the J Ho thing and everything?" And the council, I'm still on their list as the approved one of the contractors for doing that work. So they're asking me, and other people are asking me, so it's going to be that Ghazala Jabeen, the Bollywood queen, is going to come online to help you get your funky dance moves going. So we're going to do all
Brilliant.
that thing.
Yeah, fantastic.
It won't leave me. I think that's like a stamped mark approval. And we did a lot with that. And across North Wales, nobody, people, you say, you don't want to really take on the Gaz thing. I mean, she's made a mark with that Bollywood thing. And so there's a big calling for me still to do. And what I will do is create a really nice program that people can join me, and they can come online and Bolly boogie out with me and shake their booty and shake their bingo wings in a Bollywood style, and forget the light bulbs. We're gonna take the mango off the tree because we're gonna go all tropical. But yeah, so you know me. I mean, glitz, glamour, fun, craziness is my middle name, and we're gonna add and sprinkle that Bollywood dust everywhere.
Yeah, because it's not just a book there, is there? There's a little film coming as well. There's,
You're psychic, Michelle. How do you know all these
I
things?
actually am.
Yeah, I know, because that's actually in discussions. That's really interesting you say that. Hmm.
Mm. I can feel this year has been a time of reflection and real focus, and
Yeah.
and that brings me on to the question I was thinking while you were chatting then is, what does the next 12 months look like for you? How exciting is
Oh,
that?
Michelle, if this year's been big to do in this bit, Michelle, the biggest project of next year, I can't express how excited I am, because when you do your work and you're being picked up on radar and what's happening, I'm part of a project that imagine when people say, you know what, if only we could just get on a plane or travel somewhere and be somewhere where we've landed on the land of the safe haven. So I'm part of a big project which is building a city on sustainability, compassion, bringing spirituality, health, well-being, naturopathy, part of the holistic approach, a city where children can be children, people can be people, all the different ranges of lives and experiences. And we're creating a city, and it's going to be held in the North Cyprus region. And I'm going to drip feed you into the biggest project of my lifetime ever. And that is what I've been so blessed to be part of. And in the new year, you will see a whole new transformational, it's like the little butterfly of mine kind of like is landing in a land that is like the wonderful Wizard of Oz. We've been on a journey and we've arrived, and we're going to bring that whole thing. That's where we take. So you imagine the front of you is going to be the blue Mediterranean Ocean. The back of you is the mountains, similar to this setup here in the Wales, but it's in sunny 300 days of the sunshine. Nestled within it is this city being created, and that's actually allowing, and it's actually covering the 17 goals as stated by the United Nations, featuring them all in this build up of the city. So that's the big thing happening for next year.
That sounds amazing. To me, that sounds like Ascension up to it does, where
Actually, you know
everybody's
what? That could be. I need to talk to you about that.
that's Ascension, certainly to 5D for me, where
Yeah.
the energy and the vibration and the frequency is just pure love, and yeah,
Oh,
everybody's happy. That's a bubble.
it
Yeah.
is. And there's so many announcements to make with that as time goes by, but I think I wanted to really wrap up some of this other stuff that's been hard work. Now that I feel I've caught up, that one step back and two forward type of thing, I've caught up with that one. I've got my breath back, and now I can pace. And then, as you say, the ascension process, you're not far wrong with that at all. And as you will see, and I will unfold the journey in 2021, you're going to love what I'm going to share. And it's a nice place to be in right now, to know that the heartache, the journey, the hard work, the sleepless nights, that it was worth it. We're getting to somewhere, and now we can help so many more people, bring some joy to their lives.
Fantastic. And I'm so glad that you covered that, because going back to the question, how does it feel? This really is the answer to that question. Yeah. To see you're in the vortex there, absolutely, the vision, feeling it in the now. Yeah. Amazing. Fantastic. Oh, what an absolutely amazing interview. We need to go offline and have a chat. Definitely. So the mothership then, how, because the mothership has just grown. It first came about just prior to the lockdown, and it's just grown and grown and grown, and we've got some amazing members in the Diamond, in the Academy, and you're part of the Academy as well, aren't you?
Part of the Diamond membership.
How has the mothership been for you then? And when we talked about the well-being,
it's been wonderful. Do you know that when it first started, and I decided that this is my home, this is me getting back into it, I need to be connected with my people around me, the people of the energy of my space where I live, and work with it. And what Ruth has managed to do, that collaboration, because Ruth, I knew from what her vision was just before that part as well. And when you want to champion somebody else's vision as well and be part of it, understand it, feel it for them, and I know where she wanted to go, it kind of got goosebumps, and I was like, I love what she's working with. And then I came on board, and then I said, well, if we're going to do this, let's go Diamond. I mean, let's just do the whole thing. And it did. And what it's helped me is that, that popping in the group and being part of a group, and then seeing the group grow, and then the input of energies of other people, and the educational part, and then the blossoming of it is literally like a whole garden full of, like an orchard that's got so much to offer people, and to have evolved from day one of that journey, and to be part of the legacy part of us as well, the write up with it, it's been like your home. In a big family. And Ruth has really kept with it, but Ruth's also got such a skill set that she knows the different people, where and how they fit in to grow it. It's helped me tremendously to be connected and know, like yourself, Michelle, I mean, just when you've been coming on the well-beings and sharing it, and just to soak up that bit of that day, that moment, that message that you needed to hear. Those are the kind of nuggets that are like drip feeding you on the journey along the way, and it's been wonderful. But to be honest, the members are amazing folks out there that blow you away, that so much that they bring to the table. I'm really proud to be a member, not just of the mothership, but the Diamond members, but the collective support. And I did the master class as well, with support of that as well, and to contribute and give back to it for others. This is the time where I needed to get my act together, and now I have. I'm looking forward to sharing more about helping people to present themselves, in what their offering is to the world, and do it confidently, professionally, and powerfully, so they're getting results. And it's contribution time now, really, for me. Love it.
Yeah, it's been a great safe space for building relationships and friendships as well. Lots of collaborations going on, but the support is continuous, as you say, and because it's all there stored, we can dip in and out of it. So it doesn't matter what stage anybody's joined, they can still go back, visit that, and get that same energy from it.
And congratulations to you as well, Michelle, because what your contribution has been throughout it as well, been incredible, because not only to lead the wellness side of it, the well-being part, the input from your energy, because the madness of our world needs people like you. When there is chaos, we need calm, and you are the calm in the chaos of our life. And you know, when you get on there, there's like, all right, everybody breathe.
Oh, don't you have me blushing? This is all about you, not me. But thank you. I'll take that.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. I thoroughly enjoyed it, to be honest. You know, it's brought me out of my comfort zone as well, given me a purpose. And I've just met so many fabulous, fabulous ladies like yourself. And I'm just looking forward to us all being in person, so we
I
can
know, I can't wait for that,
share
when
that.
we
Yeah.
can physically feel the energy of the people. I keep telling everybody, but as soon as we're back together, it's curry at my house. I keep telling you, I've got all these spices. My sister sends me
Yeah.
spices, and I've got Ruth coming with the hamper, happy hamper for me today. So
Oh, brilliant.
yeah,
Yeah.
so she
Oh,
said
I
it would
just
be a
keep...
DHL driver, but Father Christmas dressed in DHL, but I'm getting it better than that. I'm getting the mothership herself arriving
Yeah.
the captain of the car.
Wow. And she's busy packing, moving house, so you've done
I
well
know she's
for
got
her
all
to
that
come.
going. I know, bless her,
Oh,
yeah.
I've thoroughly enjoyed chatting to you. I'm sure we could chat for hours and hours, and one day we probably will.
Yeah.
So what I would like to know is if you've got any golden hints or tips for anybody in the mothership that you'd like to share.
I think one of the words of wisdoms that I would like to share with people is in the mothership is go out and reach out to people and interact yourself. A lot of people join, they sit and wait.
Yeah.
Instead of that, if there's anything that I would say to get the best out of the group, out of the people, out of the connections, wherever that they are, in-house, in the group, out-house of this, the space that people are, is just reach out and say, hi, I'm this, and who are you, and what do you do? And because people are just as shy waiting. Everybody then sits waiting. So I would just say, don't wait for them knocking on your door. You go knock on their doors and introduce yourself and shake the hand, go out, step forward. And also just to get a feel to know people, because I think in business, if we're going to be successful, the only part that I can put down to my success was that I did better fact find with people, understand where they're at in their life before I was able to present to them what I wanted to. It was understanding them instead of babbling on a bit about me. It was more like, where are they at? Is there the possibility of opportunities to fact find your kind of area of where you can deliver your services to better? But knock on the door, go find out, engage with them, be interested. They always say an interesting person is a person who is interested. So if you show interest in somebody, then you are interesting. So if that's the words of wisdom that I can share, there's my little bits for the people to pick up on.
Oh, that's fabulous. And it's amazing that you should say that, interested and interesting, because that's what was going through my head. As you know, it's about being interested in somebody, not being interesting to someone. And you just
Right.
completely
Genuinely, I mean,
echoed that.
genuinely be interested. And you know that when we have people who've got the little portfolio of what they write up their bio, genuinely, if somebody can genuinely feel that good about that somebody, if it's authentic and it's said in a beautiful, complimentary, sincere way, people feel that energy, don't they, Michelle? And if you can touch somebody by a feeling they felt that you connected that way, that's a genuinely interested person in someone, and then they become interesting, and that's the magic of where the communication engagement is about.
Yeah, fantastic. We've got an amazing tribe of women with the same vibe going on, haven't we?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for your time. Thoroughly enjoyed talking and learning about your business, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Take care.
Thank you so much for having me, Michelle. It's been a
And
pleasure.
good luck with your business next year. It sounds amazing.
Keep you posted, I will.
Okay.